Hey guys, Wrestling Throwdown here. I'm Haley, this is Joe, and we are going to do the prediction show for TLC. Can't believe it's already coming up. It was 3 weeks this time, so it was fast. But I guess we'll start with the pre-show. The New Day versus Stardust and Goldust. I'm going to say right then and there, I do think that New Day is still going to win, even though I think that eventually they're going to start losing, so they turn heel, because they have to do something with them. But the way they're showing them right now, I think they might have a little bit of a phase run for right now. I don't know how long it's going to last, but I definitely see them doing a phase run for a little bit of while they're doing this whole feud with Stardust and Goldust.
Yeah, no, I think keep them busy until they turn heel. I do think they get the victory in this matchup. I do think they'll lose more than they'll win before they turn heel, but I think they'll get the victory in this matchup. And as extra prediction, as they seem like they're going under Freebird rules, with the three of them and two of them kind of competing at any time, I predict Kofi and Big E to be the in-ring competitors.
Yeah, they already said it was. That's what the websites are saying. Yeah, it seems like those two are going to wrestle, and Xavier Woods is going to be kind of like their talker, their leader, their promo guy.
Xavier Woods has wrestled a few times already with them, and he actually, they did the combination move on the big ending with him jumping off the top, and then he did a double stomp, too, which I thought was kind of stupid, because you got Kenta and Devitt doing double stomps down there, so why you got to start having Xavier Woods start doing that?
Yeah. Too many moves that are way too many similar. It's just crazy. It's just like, that's why I like Fandango's move so much. It's different. I haven't seen anyone do it in a really long time, and he makes it work, so.
I've always been a fan of simple submission moves. I mean, I don't want to get so simple where it's a Hogan leg drop or something, but even a Macho Man elbow, something simple but effective. Hey, can knock a dude out. Why does it have to be all fancy? Why does it have to be the red arrow or something that's just out of this world?
And I don't even like him anyway, so.
Sammy's taking it, don't worry.
Yeah, I love Sammy. Sammy is definitely the guy, and I can't wait until I meet Adrian Neville, because I'm getting so sick of him.
I heard on I don't know if I mentioned this before. I heard on Talk Is Jericho last week the interview. They had both Sammy and Adrian Neville on there talking about December 11th and talking about their history on it with Talk Is Jericho. Talked about Sammy's hat and all kinds of different things. It was pretty cool.
And it's interesting. Eric Rowan versus The Big Show. And this is obviously the Steel Stairs match. I thought this was ridiculous. I do think Eric Rowan's going to get over, hopefully. I'm going to go with Eric Rowan. I have faith in him. He's shown so much that he's capable of being a singles competitor, so I'm going to go with Eric Rowan. I definitely think this will be a good first win for him.
I feel like to build him up and then have him lose the Big Show would be a waste, so I think he has to win.
Yeah. I just don't like the match. I think they should have just, like, all the matches are, like, either steel cage or not steel cage, like ladders, tables, or chairs or something like that, or stairs even, except for the tag team and the Divas. That's it. Oh, and I guess the U.S.
Yeah, if that happens. But yeah, I feel like the WWE needs to get away from the gimmick pay-per-views. We already seen them change Elimination Chamber to Fast Lane or Fast Track or whatever it's going to be. I think they need to get rid of TLC and Hell in a Cell as well, because I think we should have a TLC match when it's appropriate. Back when Edge and Christian and the Hardys and the Dudleys were tearing it up with those TLC matches, obviously it was part of the storyline. Now you're just doing TLC matches just to do it. You got Bray Wyatt and Dean Ambrose fighting in a TLC match with nothing hanging on the ladder. I'm still confused by that. So, I mean, like, I feel like these gimmick pay-per-views, it happened to work out this year with Dean and Seth and the Hell in the Cell, but more often than not, the Hell in the Cell pay-per-view, I felt like the match was just kind of forced and it didn't warrant the Hell in the Cell. As opposed to, say, Undertaker Triple H a couple years ago at Mania, where they used it as part of the storyline, and that's how Hell in the Cell and TLC should be used to, culminate the big storylines. Not just to do it because you have, you're trying to.
Yeah, they definitely overdid it this month. Just And the main event really should be the tables, ladders, and chairs, and obviously it's going to be Dean and Bray, which is better anyways. I'd rather have that, but yeah. Ryback versus Kane chairs match, and this is stupid too.
Stupid.
I think the babyface is gonna go over again. I think Ryback's gonna go over again. Obviously, he's been on top lately. Kane, he has nothing to go for anyways, even if he wins, so it would just be pointless if he won.
Similar to Eric Rowan and Big Show, you're building Ryback back up. Yes, he did lose as part of the Survivor Series match, but some people had to get pinned, so I don't think that hurt him too bad. But I do feel like the big guy is going to take the victory in this. You saw Kane get the advantage a little bit on Raw with the chairs, and I think the big guy will prevail. Just like Eric Rowan, why build Ryback back up if you just got to knock him down right away? So I
yeah. And then I just think this is pointless too. Like they just did this. A lot of these feuds on this card, they like just did it just to do it, like randomly, and it's just they have no good storytelling or anything, and it's just I don't know.
Aside the Miz and Mizdow and the Usos is about it for good stories.
Yeah, that's really the only thing.
Nikki and AJ, maybe. I mean, that's about it.
Yeah, because they have. It seems like they have real.
Real heat.
The Miz and Damien Mizdow versus the Usos, and this is for the tag team champion. I think Miz and Damien are gonna go over. I think something's gonna happen where maybe Naomi might be at ringside with the Usos and something. Maybe Miz might distract her or distract the Usos or something. Obviously, like Jimmy. And, like, maybe he might try to flirt with her, give her flowers, something to get Jimmy obviously distracted where Mizdow can pick up the win or, something like that. So this feud can obviously continue.
Yeah, I agree. Miz and Mizdow, they're way too entertaining to drop the titles right now. They'll drop them eventually when they're ready to push Sandow as a face and have him turn on Miz and get his comeuppance. But right now, they're just too goddamn entertaining. The Usos, I like the Usos now being in the position to chase for the belts, and now obviously being in the storyline as well with Trinity. I really like it. I think they'll probably carry it out to the Royal Rumble and then have it culminate there. So I think you'll get 2 pay-per-views worth of matches out of it.
Yeah, and hopefully Maurice shows up eventually too. I think that would be interesting.
I'm hoping. I was just gonna say maybe this would be a good time, but I would say save her for either the Rumble or like one of the Raws leading up to the Rumble to keep telling the story. I'm convinced we'll get her in a one-shot deal. I don't think she'll come back full time, but just to kind of bring her back.
Yeah. Nikki Bella versus AJ Lee for the Divas Championship. I want to say Nikki's going to retain, but knowing how much they flip-flopped this title in the past 6-7 months, it really can go either way, to tell you the truth. I hope it doesn't. I kind of hope that Nikki stays with it. Because they might even have one more match after this, too. They might have another thing where Brie might help her anyways. When people are still saying that Brie's going to screw Nikki out of the title eventually and win it from her. That's possible. I don't think she's going to do it this early, though. I think she's going to wait at least a few more months, and then maybe when the time is right.
Brian comes back, because then, like, Brian could be the one to be like, hey, like, what the hell's going on? You're letting your sister bully you. And that can be the excuse. Because clearly Brie Bella, I hate to say it, she can't do it on her own. Like, she's either going to need Brian there or feed off of Nikki. She's just not that top star as her own. Maybe she can hold the title for a cup of coffee. I hope Charlotte friggin' comes whoops her ass and takes it after that. It'd be nice to see Charlotte maybe win it at WrestleMania, against one of the Bellas or something. But, yeah, certainly, I think I'm going to go with 8. You going with Nikki?
I'm going with Nikki.
I think this would be the first one we disagree on. I'll go with April Brooks.
It would not surprise me, to tell you the truth, because I think this is going to be one of the ones where it goes either way. It's going to be a last-minute decision.
Get it before, because that's a nice Hall of Fame number. I do think she's not long for this company with everything going on with her husband and everything else. I just don't see her being, it's an awkward situation. Her still working for the company, still being the face of this division. And, it's awkward. And part of me would say they're not going to have her go over just because, like, they're going to reward the Punk family after he just pulled the UFC stunt. So, I mean, conventional wisdom says Nikki, but I'm going to go with AJ just to change it up a bit.
Yeah, because we're probably gonna agree on most of these anyway. So.
I have a feeling.
U.S. Championship match. Rusev versus Jack Swagger. For me, I don't think this match is going to happen. I think Rusev is going to pull something with his ankle, say that he can't wrestle, blah, blah, blah. So they're going to have a stupid-ass match so they can, hopefully go through this whole feud with until WrestleMania where Jack Swagger eventually takes the title from him and beats
really
his undefeated streak.
That payoff. I said you really got your heart set on that payoff.
No, I am. I'm serious. I'm not messing around. I think they did this for a reason, and I feel like this is like the one guy that needs to do this. The one guy that people I think would be acceptable to beat Rusev, because not even if you don't like Jack Swagger, I haven't heard anyone really actually hate Jack Swagger anyway. So.
I think when he won the world title, when he beat Jericho for the world title, people thought it was too soon. It was the day after.
And I agree. I do think it was too soon, too, because they didn't do anything. And now they're finally pushing him where it's right, and he's a really good mid-carder, good wrestler, so he definitely can do this.
Yeah. I still have a weird feeling it might be Ryback, like, just the way they're pushing him up. And and he's got
I would not like Ryback winning. I don't have a problem with Ryback, I kind of have a soft spot for him, but
you're not CM Punk.
No, it's not even that. It's just I do feel bad for him, but I don't know. It's just I kind of feel bad for him because it's almost kind of like the Jack Swagger thing, because Jack Swagger, I think he's injured 2 people so far in his career, but obviously Wade Barrett, didn't go. Wade Barrett's injury prone anyway. It's not trying to be mean. I love him too, but he didn't go on live, radio show and say, oh, he's dangerous to work with. Oh, he injured me on purpose and stuff like that, Because it's just like, what if Ryback, they didn't really train him, to work with, try to show that, oh, make this look real and everything like that. Because people are going to have accidents. And it's just, you don't need to go and blame someone for, just because you got injured and everything like that.
And as Ryback said, go to Vince and bury him too, which may have been, obviously Punk probably did that and may have had a part in Ryback's fall down the card. Really unprofessional there. I mean, there's going to be young green guys in the business, and he's more of an attraction than a wrestler. He's like the Ultimate Warrior. He's not a guy who's supposed to be a good wrestler. He's an attraction. But I will say, though, to in devil's advocate real quick before we move on, do you know how long this man has been with the WWE, Ryan Reeves, Ryback? He's not exactly...
Well, he was in Nexus, and that was, what, 2011? 2011?
I think it was 11, him in the Nexus angle.
I'd say, about 3 years.
Even longer.
Going on 4.
With The Miz? Remember The Miz in Tough Enough in 2004? The Miz came in that way, Tough Enough?
Was he really in there?
Yeah, The Miz was the runner-up on the last Tough Enough.
I know Miz was in Tough Enough. Hold on, my computer's on. But I know Miz was in Tough Enough, but I don't remember Ryback. I'm going to have to look that up.
Ryan Reeves, he was in there, and so was the Boogeyman. All 3 of those guys were in there. And Daniel Puder, who won it, who didn't last longer than a cup of coffee.
I don't even remember him.
He does.
It was like 9 or 10 when that happened. So.
Body change from then and now, and that's all I'm going to say. You'd have to look at his face, because he looks really different, but it is him.
Yeah, I'm going to have to look that up.
But yeah, I mean, long story short, he's been with the company for 10+ years. You'd think he'd learn, almost as long as guys like Ziggler. I mean, I think he's been with the company longer than Ziggler.
He might just not like Punk because no one else has complained about him, and no one else has said that they've injured him. He's injured them, but
yeah, I mean, I think for Punk, clearly he was a top guy and elevated Ryback too quickly. I mean, it was stupid of them back then. They ruined Ryback by doing that because they panicked when Cena got hurt back, in 2012, whatever it was. They should have just elevated a different guy. Like Ryback was not the right guy at the time.
Yeah.
I mean, the only good thing we got out of it was the Shield, so maybe that was, get it. Maybe. Moving on.
Dolph Ziggler versus Luke Harper, Intercontinental Championship, and this is for the ladder match. So
I think this match may steal the show. I know you have said that Bray and Dean may, and I don't disagree that it has a possibility, but I think this has a chance to as well.
Yeah, well, with Dolph, how they've been treating Dolph, I feel like they possibly might. I'm still gonna go with Luke Harper just because I feel like this is hard to say. Just because I feel like even though they have been pushing him, I feel like giving him the Intercontinental Championship match is gonna maybe not push him for the main event status. So I feel like he might, still not have the title, but he still might, be in main events and stuff like that, and maybe help Cena out and everything like that. And he still might get victories and stuff like that, because I feel like that would be better for him. But I think that's the way that WWE is going to go with, and maybe they'll see if they can think of something, because I do feel like Dolph Ziggler might win the Money in the Bank one more time.
I'd love that. I credit you your psychology on this one. There is a certain point where you outgrow the title, and perhaps Ziggler is at this point. I'm gonna go with Ziggler. I feel like he may not hold it for much longer. Luke may end up winning it back at the Royal Rumble by Screwjob fashion or something, or maybe Rollins will someone's gonna get that.
See, I think Eric Rowan's gonna eventually take it from Luke Harper.
See, that's logical too. They're building up Eric Rowan, and Ziggler doesn't need the title anymore. So and maybe, I was gonna say maybe Eric Rowan gets involved in this match or something, but that wouldn't make much sense. But yeah, I mean, I'm gonna go with Ziggler.
Maybe after the feud, maybe he might, because I don't know, I think the Big Show thing might end after this year. I don't think it's gonna I think it's only gonna be a 1 month thing, hopefully. But Luke Harper and Dolph Ziggler, depending on the match, they might go for another month or so, and then maybe Eric Rowan can maybe get involved in that, and
I mean, they're putting on great matches, so I really like the chemistry with these two. So I have no problem with them feuding for another few months, but I agree it does seem like trying to transition into Rowan versus Harper, which seems logical as well.
Yeah. I don't know why they had this match before this one, but I'm going to skip this one anyways because this is supposed to be the main event, so I don't know why they act like Dean and Bray is going to be the main event, and it should be, but obviously John Cena and Seth are going to be the main event. So Dean and versus Bray, and this is going to be their TLC match of the night. This, I think, is going to steal the show. And I think I'm going to go with my boy this time, Dean. I love them both. I went with Bray last time, so I'll go with Dean this time. I'll switch it up a little bit.
I think I'm going to agree. It seems like Dean needs a signature victory. I mean, it doesn't matter if you win or lose, but if you keep losing, people may stop believing you. I mean, thankfully, they never stop believing in Ziggler. Certain guys seem to be immune to this. I'm not sure if Ambrose is or not, but I do feel like if Ambrose keeps losing, eventually this team's going to be let out. I do feel like eventually they're going to turn Ambrose heel, but I don't think the time is right now. I think
they need to turn Seth face before they turn Dean heel. I feel like
I don't see that happening anytime soon either. I mean, I can see.
Well, I have a feeling he's going to be obviously to the end of next year, but I don't know. I have a feeling that one of them, at least one of them, needs to change. Like either Roman needs to turn heel or something like that before Dean does something, because Dean is their top guy right now. So they need someone to replace him, and I feel like Seth might be that guy once he, because everyone's gonna go nuts after he turns face, anyways, even though they act like they're still. And I mean, yeah, Roman's obviously their top babyface too, but I have a feeling they're gonna turn their backs on him soon, though, because he's like John Cena.
I heard this theory with Roman. It may not hurt him to turn him heel briefly. Think about how they did The Rock. The Rock was gonna be the most popular guy, but then they did the double turn out of nowhere because they had Steve Austin, and they turned Mick Foley babyface and Rock heel, setting up for Steve Austin versus Rock at WrestleMania 15. So, I can see them doing that with Roman, especially if Ziggler continues to remain hot and Dean Ambrose continues to remain hot. I can certainly see that. I thought it would make sense to do it with the Authority. Now that there's no longer is an Authority, maybe I feel like one or the other has to, like, either Dean has to turn heel on Roman or Roman has to turn heel on Dean. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know if realign with Seth and maybe reform the Shield kind of, and they could do that. I kind of hope they don't at this point.
Yeah, they said they were, but they said it wasn't going to be anytime soon. Like, they said earliest was going to be, like, late 2015 or, like, 2016.
I see, and I don't even feel like they need to reunite because, like, it's not like DX, where DX was more entertainment-based, especially Shawn and Trips. So you could keep reuniting them, and then they can go out and do their little promo routine and everything, where the Shield...
I feel like they should only reunite if they have to. Like, DX kind of reunited because they had to with the Vince and the Shane McMahon kind of, like, storyline thing. Yep. And that's why they reunited. So, like, maybe if, like, there's something with the Authority or something like that, they can kind of do that. Yeah. Oh, I'll bring a couple of friends myself, and then they can, reform.
I would love to see, like if they were to do it, Sammy or Kevin Steen to get involved, or one of the, or even Devitt, one of the NXT guys. I would want it a little different. Like, because I felt like the Shield was about 3 young guys who were like, fuck this, we're sick of waiting, we're going to take it. That was the meaning of the Shield. And that's how it came off.
Alrighty. And main event, tables match, John Cena versus Seth Rollins. And if Cena loses, he will lose his championship rematch against his #1 contender, against Brock Lesnar. I'm going to go with my guy here. I'm going to go with Seth. I feel like it hasn't been decided anyways. Like, I've heard, obviously, my website saying, like, it's kind of going back and forth anyways. But it's a tables match, and Seth is on top right now. And they did talk about maybe John Cena just kind of, they're just going to skip the Brock Lesnar thing, especially since they already fought twice. So,
yeah.
I think, especially since Seth is probably going to cheat anyways because he's a heel, so, I mean, it's not going to kill Cena to put over Seth for one night, especially since they're buddies in real life. So, I feel like this is the time to do it. It's a tables match. He's not going to pin him. He's not going to submit him. He can cheat. It's not going to make Cena look bad.
And it ties into Cena possibly bringing the Authority back. Because at this point, Cena has no reason to bring the Authority back. But if Cena loses his #1 contender spot, he may have a reason to bring the Authority back. Maybe he kind of goes heelish and leverages Triple H and brings them back before the Rumble and ensures his match against Lesnar. Almost, it would be interesting. It would kind of almost turn Cena heel. That's why I feel like his option to bring back the Authority, it's almost a heel turn in the bank waiting to happen.
We can only hope.
Yeah, we can all hope. We can only hope. So, I'm actually going to agree with you. I'm going to go with Mr. Money in the Bank as well. For the reasons you mentioned. I mean, look, it's not like Cena, you mentioned like Cena and him are tight. It's not like Cena has the option. I mean, at the end of the day, it is.
Yeah, exactly. It's all on Vince and everything. But Vince likes Seth, though, too. Vince even said Seth, Dean, and Bray are his top 3 guys right now that he's really interested in. So there's definitely hope.
Like, I do agree that Rollins could use a signature win. And beating the Golden Boy to headline a pay-per-view would certainly give him a signature win. So, I mean, I hope so. I mean, I feel like this
even Brock Lesnar can come out and, him and Seth can have a nice little stare down.
Yeah. I mean, let's start. If you're not going to do any more dream matchups, let's say, I really thought Orton and Lesnar could have been a good one in a one-off. I think Ziggler and Lesnar can be good. No one's really talking about that one. But I think that could be the best match of all with their amateur backgrounds. Well, I think at this point, fuck it. Might as well have them work with the young guys. Like, the plan was Roman for Mania. Have them work Seth. Like, maybe you can do Seth and Roman at Mania. Like, at this point. Like, does Brock even make it to Mania? I don't have the answer.
Yeah, because they acted like they're going to kill the WrestleMania thing anyways right now. They're acting like Seth is going to cash it in and only have it for a month, and then Brock's going to win it back, which is stupid. I feel like they need to just, if Seth beats Brock, I feel like they need to just have the Seth versus Roman thing at WrestleMania, and then Roman can beat him. Because that'll be like 2-3 months.
Yeah, and that'll be a good build with the Shield and everything. Like, you know, that'll be a great, fresh matchup. Although I will say, that may not headline WrestleMania. They may...
Yeah. They might do something else. I also heard, though, The Rock's not going to be at WrestleMania this year.
I don't think so either. He's got a busy schedule, which is cool because he's got Triple H for Sting.
Makes me happy.
You know, there's no real reason for The Rock to wrestle this year. I mean, it is what it is. At this point, a Hall of Fame induction is probably the next big event The Rock's going to be involved with.
Yeah.
Probably next year, not this year.
Yeah, he was supposed to, they said he was either going to feud with Rusev or Triple H, and that kind of makes me nervous because I'm just like, Rusev, I feel like, I don't know, I feel like they should wait, do the Jack Swagger and Rusev thing at WrestleMania, but...
I mean, what's The Rock going to win the fucking U.S. title? Like, does The Rock have any interest
Yeah,
in
I know, they were going to act like he was going to beat his undefeated streak, and I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Like,
that's stupid.
That's almost as, you know, people are going to be as butthurt as that as they are if John Cena would have beat him.
It's arguably worse because at least Cena's full-time.
Yeah.
Exactly. And Punk made good points. Again, here we go, going back and forth some of Punk's points, but it really does illustrate through the issues of wrestling. You know, friggin', just lost my train of thought. Live on YouTube, gotta love it. But what was I saying? I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's crazy. And did you hear too about the Total Divas? I guess I should mention this. I guess Naomi and Summer Rae are done.
Not
the Total Divas. I think the plan now is they're supposed to be rotating Total Divas. Like they're supposed to like get like new people, new divas, so like all the divas are on. Like so eventually Emma will probably be on. And I go, if you do that, AJ is gonna have to be on, and I don't know how that's gonna work because you want them to be in real life scenario, and AJ lives with CM Punk. I mean, like how the hell are you gonna get around that if you really don't want Punk on your TV? Well, and she even said unless she's forced to, she's not going to. So I don't know. They might even start forcing girls to be on that show.
Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't die. I mean, at this point, most of the roster's been on there. I mean, you know, you got Charlotte. It's got to be the younger girls now that get rotated in.
Yeah. Well, I definitely see Emma.
Emma would be cool. I could deal with Emma. Get Rosa off there and get.
I don't think Paige is gonna last very long. I have a feeling that she's only gonna be there for a season and then she's gonna be done. I'm actually kind of shocked that she agreed to that too because I feel like she's like an AJ thing.
I feel like she's gonna actually bring a lot of ratings because she's different than all the other girls and her family.
Well, I've seen in previews she gets in lots of fights, so.
And her, she's a feisty one, and her family is really interesting too. And like, if they explore that, that could really add depth to her. So.
Yeah. It's funny though, because two girls I actually only watch Total Divas for are leaving. Like, I love Summer Rae and I love Nia. The only person I really actually like on there now is Eva Marie. And, you guys can judge me all you want, but I do like Eva Marie. I think she has an interesting family and everything. I like her. She just comes off as such a sweet person, genuine person, and everything like that. It's just like, why can't you get rid of Cameron? No one cares about Cameron. The only reason that people want Cameron still there is because we like Vinny, because I love Vinny. Vinny's a cool guy, but
he's Armenian. Shout out. I'm quarter Armenian, so I've always, respected the Armenians. But yeah, it is what it is. I mean, like I said, I feel like Paige will bring some entertainment, and even Marie that will be the one girl they keep on there because, like, she really is like the fixture of the show when you think about it.
Yep. I hope she comes back and starts training again because she was doing good. She was getting better in the ring and everything like that. So. Yeah.
But hey, I hate to dip out, but I'm actually going out to eat for my family. They're taking me out for entering a new decade tomorrow, so hate to cut out on you, but
that's all right.
As I enjoyed the last few hours of my 20s here.
All right, bye.
Later.
Alright guys, thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to thumbs up that video. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter. And don't forget to join our Facebook group. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.